Hello again, folks. This is Barry with Barry's 8-Track and Classic Car Radio Repair. And as part of my continuous efforts to improve the quality of my service, I'm rolling out a new thing. We're doing a true quadraphonic spectrum analysis now. Now this is on my other recordings. I've shown you the output meters like this. Do this number here, and then we run our repaired radio through the speakers and monitor the output like that, and that's fine. But what enables me to see a lot more stuff is the spectrum analyzers here. And just to turn this down for a moment so you can see what's going on here. Basically, these monitor. I've got left front, left rear, and right rear spectrum analyzers here, and they sit directly in front of me, and let you see what that looks like if I can find it. And there they are. Here's me, and then in front of me are the 4 spectrum analyzers that you're seeing on the other camera. So now that we've got that established, I'll explain a little bit about what the spectrum analyzers do. Is they basically from the lowest tones that we can hear to the highest tones that we can hear, we call that the audio spectrum. And so these are spectrum analyzers, and you've probably seen some examples of spectrum displays. A lot of home stereos have like a little perfunctory bar deal that jumps up and down with the music, and they'll generally show maybe 10 separate frequency bands, and they do work. It's just that they don't really slice it up into small enough chunks that you can really see exactly what's going on, except in a very general sense. Now these spectrum analyzers of mine, they sample more than 1,000 points in the audio spectrum as it goes, and it gives you a continuous readout. It's called FFT, fast Fourier transform, or fast Fourier transform. Basically, it's a real-time interpretation of what's going on with the music, and so we'll just. Right now I'm going to fire up the left rear, which will be the upper left spectrum analyzer. And you can see that I can see as well as hear the wave. Now we'll do the left front,
you'll spend
and then right front,
unplanned purchases,
and then right rear.
The kids were begging for, right?
I got some pretty crappy reception on my home receiver right now, but anyway, you get the basic idea.
DVRD 105.
And now I'm going to just feed some tones, and at the moment this is only going to affect the bottom right spectrum analyzer. That's the right front, and I'm just going to feed some tones into it to simulate what I'll be doing with this thing in the future. I'm just going to bring up some audio tones. We're going to start at 1K, which is the standard test frequency in the industry. Okay, and you'll see that you can hear the tone, and you can see that it showed up right about there. These spectrum analyzers, all the way to the left is your bass frequencies, all the way to the right is your extreme treble frequencies, and of course in between are your low mids, high mids, mid mids, whatever you want to call them. So as you can see, right now it's picking up that 1K tone that I'm feeding into it. So we'll change that to say 2K, and we'll just watch that puppy move to the right, 3K and 4K. So you can see how that's just giving me a direct representation of which frequencies I'm working with, and we can see it going lower. See, it just went down a little bit. We'll take it down even more, and that of course corresponds to the level of the signal. Now what I'm getting at here, what the really exciting part of this is that I'll be using this. I will be using this for head adjustment, and the frequency that's used mostly for the most part of the industry is 8K, which is a pretty doggone high tone. It's almost out of our hearing range, especially for older folks. But here is 8K. And as you can see, that's something that is almost out of our range of hearing. And if you'll notice probably that you can see that 8K frequency coming in. So what I'll be doing is I'll be using this to adjust the head azimuth, basically to get the brightest treble and the crispest sound out of the head. And it's much easier to do it this way than using, say, for instance, a meter, or especially listening to it, because that high a frequency, your ears are going to get fatigued really, really fast, and you won't be able to tell when it's, when it's loud or soft after just a few seconds. It's just such an irritating frequency that the ear tends to run away from it. So this will be now your service manuals. They have these test tapes, and they have service procedures, and the test tapes only give you that 8K azimuth frequency on one side of one track. Basically, like it'll be like maybe on track 3, right side, they'll give you this alignment frequency that you use. Well, I will be making my own alignment tapes, which have the alignment frequency on all 4 channels, and that way I'll be able to see all 4 channels simultaneously when I'm making my adjustments. So if, for instance, if I adjust the right front, to where it's the loudest, but it ends up reducing the level of the left rear, then I'll know that I kind of need to play with it a little bit until we've got an equal balance of high frequencies, on quad decks especially, and as well as stereo decks too. So that's just a basic rundown of what I'll be doing. Some more things I've done to improve the quality of my service. Unfortunately, there's not much I can do around the turn times. It's not going to leave the bench until I consider it 100% reliable, and then that does take time. But at any rate, I thought, as a trade-off, I'd let you see the efforts I'm making to improve even more the quality of my service. And in fact, this is something that no other shop even comes close to providing, and it's definitely not something that the people manufacturing 8-track machines had at the time. So it's just another way in which I call myself the new state of the art, or the cutting edge of vintage audio, however you want to look at it. So in closing, we'll just move this little wave to a little closer to the center of the screen here, so you can just get a better idea of what it looks like. And you hear how the tone lowers, and so that's the tone that you're seeing right now is a lower tone, and eventually that'll be on all 4 on all 4 channels that I'll be making these adjustments on. So just a little sneak preview of coming attractions, and attractions that are already here. True quadraphonic spectral analysis, something that you will not find at any other shop. So on that happy note, this is Barry with Barry's 8-track and classic car radio repair. If you have an 8-track for home or for car in need of service, naturally you can call me at 928-533-9666. And now that you've seen the measures that I have taken to get these machines adjusted and operating just as perfectly as they can possibly be after 40, 50 years, hopefully this demonstration will speak for itself. So this is Barry with Barry's 8-track and classic car radio repair. Thank you very much for watching and listening, and we'll see you next time.